Hey, this is Rick Kaselj, injury specialist from exercisesforinjuries.com. In today's video, I'm going to go through the top 3 hip flexor stretches for back pain. And I'll get Andrea to demonstrate the first one, then we'll go through it in detail, and then I'll show you the other 2. So there you go, that ends up being the first one, the 90-90 hip flexor stretch. So Andrea has her front leg in 90-90 position, back leg 90-90 position when it comes to hip, knee, and ankle. What she's doing is tightening up the abdominal area, bringing the hips forward, and then bringing that arm overhead, and she ends up stretching out that front of the hip. And the muscle that she's specifically stretching is iliacus. And a lot of times people will stop here when it comes to stretching out the hip flexors, when it comes to helping relieve back pain. And so it's important if you have back pain that you end up doing the second stretch. And then let me explain a little bit more when it comes to the first one. When it comes to sets, reps, and time with the first one that we ended up going through, I'm going to get you to do 1 set. You're going to do 2 repetitions on each side, alternating back and forth. When it comes to the hold, you're holding for about 20 seconds, and the intensity, you're looking for a light stretch. So that one, the 90-90 hip flexor stretch, I call it in straight, focuses on iliacus. So that one's important for a back pain relief. Now we're going to go through the second one, and this ends up being the 90-90 hip flexor stretch with side bend. Good. So you can see with this one, Andrea has her front leg, hip, knee, and ankle at 90, back at 90 as well. And then now, all she's adding is a little bit of a side bend, so she's bringing her hip out here in order to change the stretch from the front of the hip more into the deep up against the spine. Perfect. So that ends up being an important one to do if you end up having back pain. And a lot of people just end up doing stretching out one of the hip flexors, and it's important to hit both of them. Now that second one, 90-90 hip flexor stretch with side bend, looking at sets, reps, and time and intensity. Sets, 1. Repetitions, you're doing 2 on each side, alternating back and forth. Time, you're looking at holding for 20 seconds. And intensity, you're looking for a light stretch. You're not trying to rip apart the muscle. Now the third exercise that I'm going to get you to do, or specifically stretch, is knee drops. So you're lying on your back, you've got your feet wide, you're going to drop the knees in. Okay, you're going to hold for a couple seconds, and then you're going to end up dropping the knees out. So with this one, what we're trying to do is target the hip rotators. So the muscles that end up rotating the hips in and out, a lot of times those muscles end up being tight, and they end up affecting the back and leading to back pain. So it's not specifically a hip flexor stretch, but this, I find that the muscles, the rotators, tend to be tight, and they end up having an effect on the back pain. So this knee drops ends up being great for that. And when it comes to sets, reps, and time and intensity, sets 1, repetitions, I end up doing like 5 each way, so a total of 10. When it comes to time, you're holding for a good stop, so it could be like 2 to 3 seconds. And intensity, you're looking for a light stretch. So there you go. Give those 3 exercises a go when it comes to hip flexor stretch and back pain. Now, if you want some of my other tips and tricks when it comes to hip pain, what I recommend for you to do is click right here. I have a brand new free report called 5 Tricks to Fight Hip Pain and Tightness. Just click right here. Let me know where to send you that report, and I'll send you that report right away. Now, if you're watching this on a tablet, mobile device, smartphone, head down below in the description, click the first link, which will end up being exercisesforinjuries.com/hips. Let me know where to send that brand new free report, and I'll send you that report right away. Now, if you got benefit from this video, make sure to like this video. If you have a question or comment for me, leave it down below in the description area. And then lastly, hit subscribe before you go in order to get future pain relieving videos.